The Premier League is off with an absolute banger. Shout out to Semenyo. What a match performance by him. He had an iconic performance. He was racially abused by a fan in the stand. No sympathy if he's disabled. If he's racially abusive, he has to go, right? He has to be kicked out of there. He needed to leave immediately. But he reported it to the ref. The ref went to both coaches, informed the captains as well what happened, and Semenyo indicated that he's ready to continue. What mentality. Bro was racially abused. His team was 2-0 behind, and he still bagged a brace. He still bagged a brace. What a way to respond to racism. They can hold that for sure. For me, he was my man of the match, because how can you do that? That mental strength to do that is absolutely iconic and will never be forgotten. What a performance by him. Liverpool won the game, yes, but Semenyo definitely won our hearts. And if you didn't know his name by now, this man is cold. And what a second goal of the day for sure. He took on the whole Liverpool team by himself. He had options left and right, multiple at that, and still said, I'm gonna do it all by myself, and he still scored. People say he's the best defender in Premier League history. Faced him head on, charged at him, and they could not do anything. Both him and Konate, he went at them, they backed off, and then he still scored against Alisson, who's one of the best keepers in the Premier League history. So come on, that deserves a shout out from the get-go. But besides that, Liverpool were almost robbed. Liverpool were definitely almost robbed, because Diogo was through and Bournemouth played basketball. I don't know what's going on with players at Anfield when they start playing basketball. We know Odegaard did it for Arsenal against Liverpool at some point in time, and now Bournemouth did the same. Ekitike was through, and that's a deliberate handball. It's a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, and it's a red card. The Premier League responded. It was not deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. What do you mean? Apparently, it's because of the distance from goal, because it was at the halfway line. But if he's the last defender and the ball goes through past him, Ekitike is through, he's going to be one-on-one with the keeper. That's a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Where did Saliba get sent off against Bournemouth last season? That was a straight red card. So how come it's not being applied this time to Liverpool? So Liverpool were almost robbed, because that is a shocking decision 10 minutes into the new season, and VAR is added again. They have to improve, because that is so shocking. Every single fan, every single player, every single coach knows that's a denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity, because Ekitike, like I said, he's through. There is no one to stop him after that. So the fact that he deliberately put his hand out and did that to stop the ball, that's a red card all day, any day. We don't care if it's beginning of the season. They had a shocking one. How did VAR approve that? And the worst thing is, Anthony Taylor gave the free kick the other way. For what? Why did he give the free kick to Bournemouth? So Liverpool were actually almost robbed. And to be honest, I'm happy that Liverpool won, because then they can't come back and say we were robbed against Bournemouth, as they have the 3 points. They have the 3 points already. It's fair. They deserved to win, right? So they were the better team overall. But literally, that's a shocking decision from VAR. I really don't know how they have not improved, and how you want to make headlines 10 minutes into the new season in the first game. Just get it right. Sometimes it's okay to take your time to review matters properly and then make a decision. They came to that conclusion so quickly. They didn't even take time to look at it. They give a statement saying that they've looked at it, but also sometimes it's okay to give a statement to say that you do not agree with the decision that was made by the referees and the VAR on the pitch. That's also okay. Admit that you've made a mistake. I don't know why they feel so forced to stick with their mates and their colleagues. That's a clear mistake. That's a clear error. It's obvious. It's shocking. And you know what? It'll be swept under the carpet because Liverpool won the game, which is okay. But no, it's actually not okay, right? I do think they need to get their act together. And it's already the beginning of the season. And luckily, it did not have an impact in the results. So for me, shocking decision. Red card all day. Liverpool were definitely robbed there, right? So yeah, almost robbed some points, because definitely if Liverpool drew or if Liverpool lost, they were going to go back to that moment and say this was the game-changing moment. So that is my view on it. Red card all day. What a way to kick off the 2025-2026 campaign. Diogo Ekitike, I am so impressed with what I saw. He had an absolutely amazing game. He looked ready to fight for every single ball. He was hungry. He was running all over the pitch. He scored. He made his own luck. Yes, his goal was a break, and he also got an assist for the second for Cody Gakpo. So for me, Hugo Ekitike, who eventually won man of the match, I believe it's because he did have a good performance. Take nothing away from him, but his team also won the game, right? So what a performance. I liked him instantly. I think he will be amazing for Liverpool based on what I've seen at the price tag at his age, with the pressure he's scored in the Community Shield on Sunday, and now he's also scored in his first Premier League game. So he's literally 2 for 2. This man can't miss at the moment. So what a performance by him. I was thoroughly impressed. The new signings, I wasn't impressed. Kirkes was ripped to shreds by Semenyo for sure. For sure, he was even hooked on 59 minutes, as well as Jeremy Frimpong, who had a more solid game, but he was also hooked at 59 minutes. Some people say that Slot was doing that just to mess with fantasy league managers because they would not get a clean sheet. Imagine a few more seconds, they could have gotten a clean sheet for playing 60 minutes, and he just did that to irritate the hell out of all fantasy league managers that bought them at a 6 million price. But for me, Kirkes wasn't impressive, right? For sure. But those subs, did they take the momentum away from Liverpool? Because we know Bournemouth came back into the game after those subs. So was Slot maybe wrong for that one? He brought on Endo, he brought on Robertson as well. Definitely Robertson was caught lacking as Semenyo ran in behind him to get the first goal back. Eventually, Slot did make a change that would win Liverpool this game, and that's Chiesa. He came on, and a few minutes later, he got a goal. His first Premier League goal. Maybe this season is different for Chiesa, because at some point he was so disappointing last season. He was their only transfer at like 13 million, very cheap, but was not a starter. He had some substitute appearances, and at some point it was very bad for him that he was playing with the B team, right? He couldn't just find form, but this is a great start to the new season, to a new era, and maybe this season he does have something more to offer Liverpool side. And Salah, who is inevitable on opening day, scored, and you could see how much that meant to him. He never stopped running. He had a bad game up until the 90th minute, literally in stoppage time. He still ran after lost causes and was so hungry to get that goal, just to dedicate it to Diogo Jota and his family and to the Anfield crowd. You could literally see him crying after the match was over, and he obviously did the Diogo Jota celebration. And shout out to Hugo Ekitike as well, who after scoring also did the Diogo Jota tribute, right? So for me, the Liverpool faithful showed up, the players, the coach, the fans, and they all paid their respects to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva very well. And he did, they dedicated the win to him, the goals to him. So this was very, let's say, beautiful all around to see from the Premier League. But Salah is inevitable in Premier League, and for those people who doubted why you should get him in fantasy, he's already scored, and he scored 10 opening match day goals, match day 1 goals. He scored 10. That's absolutely incredible. He now moves joint 4th for all-time Premier League top goal scorer. This is incredible, right? This is absolutely incredible from Salah. Insane longevity. What a one-season wonder. This is a stretch for a one-season wonder. But besides that, we can get into the bantery. Now, Wirtz I've liked, and I've never ever seen one slander tweet about Wirtz anywhere up until he signed for Liverpool. Fair play to the haters. The agenda must agenda. He's 001. He's 001 right now, and he had an absolute stinker of the game. Lost the ball so many times. There's a time where he thought he had so much time in the midfield, and you just don't. And Bournemouth were onto him. His passes were not really that great. He did not have a good game at all. Not a wonderful debut, and you could see that he was struggling, and he has to really adjust to the Premier League. The price tag is heavy. It's 130 million. It's heavy. So he comes with pressure. He comes with expectations, and he will need to quickly adjust to this. I am just not sure how Liverpool can squeeze in a 10, because they haven't played with a 10 in so long, both under Slot, even under Jurgen Klopp. They hardly played with a 10, maybe besides Coutinho. But I don't think Liverpool know how to play with a 10 right now. They don't know how to give someone a free role. So I am predicting Liverpool to struggle. And you saw in the midfield, especially with the absence of Ryan Gravenberch, you had McAllister, Sofascore, and Wirtz in the middle. Those look like they can be food out of possession. Yes, McAllister works hard, Sofascore works hard, but they're not natural 6s. They're not natural tacklers. They are 8s for me, and they do the job very well as 8. But I think in the Premier League, you do need a 6 to win it. So for me, Liverpool did look extremely vulnerable. Even the wing backs were exploited a lot. Bournemouth got in behind. First goal, Brooks crossed from the left, right, after a turnover by Sofascore actually, and the both wing backs were caught lacking. Cross on the left, Semenyo tucks it in on the other flank, right? And obviously we know the second goal was a counter-attack, and Liverpool's midfield was nowhere to be found. The midfield was nowhere to be found, and Bournemouth literally had a 4 or 5v2 at that point. So to me, this is why I'm predicting that Liverpool do not win the title. Remember, watch my earlier video for title predictions and my Premier League predictions for this season, and I did say Liverpool are not winning the title. I just think a lot has to click, and Slot is under pressure to deliver, and I'm not sure if they can do it this season. And a lot is being going on. A lot of changes in the Liverpool dressing room. You also saw that there's not too much quality on the bench. They need to sign Isak, right? They really need to sign Isak to bolster their squad. But even if they do, I just don't think they've then addressed the other parts of the team really well. I do think Kirkes is not good enough defensively. I do think Frimpong is still not good enough defensively, and he's not an upgrade in attack compared to Trent Alexander-Arnold. So for me, I am doubting Liverpool this season. That is my brave prediction. I know everyone has went with Liverpool to win the title. With the exception of Manchester United, Chelsea and City, Liverpool have not been able to win the Premier League back-to-back. No other team has. And the last time that happened was 2009. This is excluding Man City, of course. So only City in the past about 15 years have been able to defend the Premier League title, and I don't think this Liverpool team is as good as the first Liverpool team that won the league. Remember the team that went so close to City, 90-pointer, won it, and then 90-pointer again. I'm not sure that this team is as good enough to do that for 2 seasons in a row. So for me, that is my bold prediction. But what a fabulous game to kick us off for the new season. I hope you're excited. Please stay tuned to my channel for more Premier League coverage. Subscribe and follow me on my other social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, for short-term content. I'll see you on the next one. We will definitely get into Manchester United versus Arsenal. That is a big one. That is a very big game to kick us off this opening weekend. What an amazing match to look forward to. We know that this season Arsenal have to do it. They have to go all the way, win the league. They've brought in Jota, where United is the start of a new era. 3 big faces, Sofascore, big money, Cunha and Mbemo. They will all be starting for me, that's for sure, right? So it's time to step up for Ruben Amorim. The pressure is on. It's now or never for me. So what a game to look forward to on Sunday, and I'll be back doing a review after that one. So with that being said, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We'll be there. Do you care though? Who will be there?